welcome to Active Citizens Parliament. This is a new week and we are glad and happy in it. So I wish you the best in this week that we entered. Now we have several things that is up for discussion this Monday, and it will interest you that several people are reacting to the issues that about Chief Bola Tinubu's old drug matter. The criminal case that we have been talking about finally resuscitated again. And of course, we are hearing reports coming out from the United States that it seemed, this is a presumption, that the U.S. President Donald Trump, in his quest for transparency and for Nigerian people to get validation on what they were seeking against Chief Bola Tinubu on the issue of his investigation on the drug matter, has finally, the District Court of Columbia has handed down an order last week rejecting all the other U.S. government agencies outside of the CIA, all their attempts to withhold Chief Bola Tinubu's document under the so-called global response failed. And the court ordered that Chief Bola Tinubu's files with DEA, the FBI, must be released. As you know, or maybe you don't, the global case is referred to as where agencies does not is either deny or accept that there such document exists. Now, the claim that the global response were necessary to protect Chief Bola Tinubu's criminal record from public disclosure is at this very point neither logical nor plausible. That is coming from Judge Howell, who ruled, affirming that both the FBI and the DEA failed to justify their refusal under the Freedom of Information Act. Now, the case, as you know, was initially, raised by Aaron Greenspan, the American transparency advocate and founder of the plainside.org, who filed a lawsuit in collaboration with David Undein in June of 2023 after submitting 12 Freedom of Information Act requests to various U.S. law enforcement and intelligence agencies. These requests sought by David Undein and Aaron Greenspan sought details of a federal investigation into a heroin trafficking network allegedly involving Chief Bola Tinubu and others, including people they mentioned there was Abiodun Agbere, Moaz Akende, and Lee Andrews, who is a distributor, according to the report. Now, Greenspan's Freedom of Information requests were earlier denied by the FBI, the DEA, the Internal Revenue Service, the Department of State, the Executive Office of the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Central Intelligence Agency, all which invoked global responses. Well, in this lawsuit, as we know, Greenspan argued that the agencies had improperly withheld information of Chief Bola Tinubu with significant public interest. He also cited verified complaints filed by the U.S. Department of Justice in 1993, seeking the forfeiture of $460,000 in funds linked to Bola Tinubu, who is now the president of Nigeria, of which the U.S. government alleged were proceeds of drug trafficking. Come out from us. But I will get you to the part where even they said that they agreed that such exists. Now, the court documents included an affidavit by Kevin Moss, which is a special agent of the IRS as at that time, who detailed the activities of heroin ring operating in Chicago area. The affidavit indicated that Chief Bola Tinubu was being investigated in connection with financial transactions that allegedly laundered proceeds from narcotics trafficking. Now, this is what the court said. There is probable cause to believe that funds in certain bank accounts controlled by Chief Bola Tinubu were involved in a financial transaction in violation of U.S. laws and represent proceeds of drug trafficking. That was what Agent Mo stated in that sworn affidavit. Now, the same affidavit was tied to Tinubu, to Muaz Akande, to Abiodun Agbere, and the rest of them. Now, in response to the FOI lawsuit, Chief Bola Tinubu intervened in October of 2023, citing privacy concerns and objecting to the release of confidential tax records. Tinubu came and said, no, please, and it was a case. But at the end of it, they were able to push it down. Now it has been resurrected under Trump, and that's why some people are saying that Trump is now acting. However, Judge Howell ruled that the public interest in understanding the records surrounding Nigeria's President Tinubu involvement outweighed the privacy interests claimed by Chief Bola Tinubu. He said that the public interest in learning about a sitting president's possible connection to a major drug investigation is undeniably significant, the judge said. Although the CIA has successfully gone out of this with the court ruling, but the Greenspan file failed to show agency had official knowledge. However, DEA and ABI have been ordered to produce this. And let's get the reaction of Chief Bola Tinubu through his people now. As you know, just yesterday, Bayo Ononuga, not being quiet again about this whole thing, you know, one that has to deal with the drug-related issue, which I want to talk about now. Now, Bayo Ononuga said that journalists have sought the presidency's reaction to the ruling last Tuesday by a Washington, D.C. judge ordering the U.S. FBI and DEA to release reports connected with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Our response is as follows. There is nothing new to be revealed. The report by Agent Moss of the FBI and the DEA report have been in the public space for more than 30 years. The report did not indict the Nigerian leader. You know, talk saying Oga, the Nigerian leader. The lawyers are examining the ruling. This is coming from Chief Bola Tinubu. Well, obviously, Chief Bola Tinubu has here brought us back to the issue of the drug matter. Now that they have responded, because taking out to Kelvin Moss, who was explicit on his affidavit that there was Tinubu was involved in a drug related investigation, and he was involved in series of drug trafficking. But let's get what people are talking about this. People are now responding to Chief Bola Tinubu. They said, would you mind clarifying the issue? Because they ended their tweet in a very quiet light. So let's have that tweet again. The reaction of people. This is already, but he said, would you mind clarifying why your boss forfeited $460,000 US? I would appreciate a more detailed explanation. Senior servant, MAGA to Druggy. It will not, but the information will reveal to the world how your president was reportedly linked to narcotics trafficking, leading to the forfeiture of $460,000, later returned to the U.S., to the Nigeria to contest. Okay, you later returned to contest a Senate position, use remaining narcotic funds to sponsor Nadeko against the Abacha government. This is coming from Oladipo. Let's take another reaction from the from that very post. We have this from Ben Samuel. Say, we are already aware of the FBI drug allegation. This is not new, as you rightly pointed out in the same Just Society. Let's take the one of this Ben Samuel, please. We are already aware of the FBI drug allegation. This is not new, as you rightly